Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving deep into the wisdom of one of Silicon Valley's most respected thinkers, the entrepreneur and investor, Naval Ravikant. We're going to piece together his playbook for winning not just at wealth, but, at life itself.
So let's just jump right in with a question that really gets to the core of Naval's whole philosophy. Are you spending your life playing a game that maybe is rigged against you from the very start?
You see, most of society gets caught up in what Naval calls the status game. It's a zero-sum battle. Think about politics or climbing the corporate ladder, where for you to win, somebody else has to lose. It's a trap. Naval says we should opt out of that game entirely and instead play the wealth game. This one is a positive-sum game. Here, we can all win by creating new things, new tech, new art, new companies. When you create value, you're not taking a slice of the pie from someone else, you're actually making the whole pie bigger for everyone.
All right, so if we're going to play this new game, we first have to get really clear on what we're actually playing for. We have to redefine the goal.
First things first, you have to get this. True wealth is not about having $1 billion in the bank. It's about freedom. It's the ability to wake up in the morning and say, I can do whatever I truly want to do today. It means having control over your time, which, let's be honest, is your most precious asset.
And this leads to a huge, game-changing insight. Trading your time for money, like in a typical 9-to-5 job, is a trap. Why? Well, because your time is finite. You can't make more of it. You can't scale you. So to really win, you have to break that direct link between your time and your income.
Okay, so if we're not just selling our time, how in the world do we actually win this wealth game? Well, we need a totally new set of tools. Let's dig into what they are. The single most powerful tool in this entire playbook is leverage. Think of leverage as a force multiplier for your efforts. It's all about getting a much bigger result without having to put in more hours at your desk. Now, what's so fascinating here is how Naval breaks leverage down. You've got the old forms. Capital, that's money, and labor. That's other people working for you. But the real game changers, the most powerful forms of leverage today, are code and media. Why? Because they're permissionless. You can write a piece of software or create a video, and it can be copied and sent to millions of people for basically zero extra cost. That's the great equalizer of our time. But leverage on its own is just potential. You need something to apply it to. And that's where specific knowledge comes in. This is not the stuff you learn in a textbook. It's a unique skill set that you build from your genuine obsessions and your passions. It's that thing that feels like play to you, but looks like really hard work to everybody else. And when you have that, society can't just train someone else to do what you do.
And the magic force that multiplies everything, your leverage, your specific knowledge, even your relationships, is compound interest. We're talking about small, consistent efforts that over a long, long time lead to these massive, explosive results. It is the ultimate long game.
Okay, but here's the thing. You can have all the best tools in the world, but they won't mean a thing if you haven't mastered your internal game first, your own mind.
And the bedrock, the absolute foundation of this winning mindset is long-term thinking. It's about fighting that urge for a quick win right now and instead playing the long game for success that actually lasts a lifetime.
This quote just nails it, doesn't it? When you start thinking long-term, you just naturally start to attract other people who think the same way. All of your relationships, in business and in life, suddenly become these positive-sum games built on trust, not just one-off deals.
Another huge part of mastering your inner game, it's about being decisive and protecting your focus. Naval has this amazing rule of thumb. If you are torn on a big decision, a job, a relationship, whatever, the answer is no, a clear no. You should only be saying a hard yes to the things you are absolutely overwhelmingly excited about. It's a filter that just cuts through all the noise.
All right, so let's recap. You've redefined wealth. You've got the tools. You've mastered your mind. But why? What is the whole point? What's the final prize at the end of all this? Well, it's not a bigger bank account. It's happiness. Now get ready, because this might be the most profound idea in the entire playbook. We're all taught to think of happiness as some kind of destination, right? Something we'll find once we get the job or the house or the partner. Naval says that's completely wrong. Happiness isn't a prize you win. It's a skill you practice. It's something you can actually get better at.
So what does he mean, happiness is a skill? Well, for him, it's not that rush of excitement you feel. It's a state of internal peace.
It's about wanting the things you already have. It's what's left over when you strip away the desire for things outside of you to be different. It's about mastering your inner world, not your outer one.
So, the big question is, how do you actually practice this? How do you get better at being happy? Well, the training is surprisingly simple, though definitely not easy. It really comes down to a few core things: being fully present in whatever you're doing, accepting reality for what it is without resisting it, and making your physical and mental health your absolute #1 priority.
And this is where it all clicks. This is how the entire playbook comes together. You see, the point of playing the wealth game isn't just to get rich. The point of wealth is to buy your freedom. And the point of freedom is to give you the time and the peace of mind to pursue what actually matters, learning the skill of being happy.
So look, the bottom line is this. These ideas aren't just some abstract philosophy to think about. This is a practical map. It's a blueprint for designing a life of both prosperity and peace. The strategies are all right here. So the only question left is, what are you going to build with it?